What is up everyone, Bo from BZ Hub here. Just thought I would give you a little bit of information as I played this True Racks and Tree Stand DLC over the weekend. I had a bit of film and I thought I would take a little time to come up with a few different things that I thought you should know before you buy this DLC. I know that I buy every DLC without even thinking about it because I just love anything they come out with, but I thought it would be something fun and I'm excited to share it all with you. Let's get into it. First up on the list is hanging locations. As we ran around Layton Lake and the other maps, of course, I was looking around for different locations that you could hang up a tree stand, and I wasn't too disappointed with a few. Layton Lake looked great. Hirschfelden had some pretty choice places for stands, as you can see here along the edge of these fields. Kind of gave me a Midwest feel, hanging up a tree stand on the outside of a field. That was cool. And then going into Medved, you can see they have a ton of trees. If you're wanting to use tree stands, go to Medved. I understand why they decided to use Medved for their stream, and it's because there are trees. Every third tree is like a tree stand tree. For Honga, I ran around all over the place. I even ran around to this giant acacia, hoping that that first little small straight tree trunk would work. It didn't. Running around with a tree stand, you're bound to find some lions and whatnot. Cape Buffalo trying to get you kind of freaked me out for a bit there. And then going into Parque Fernando, the trees are so curvy and crazy. I did end up finding some trees. They were like right outside of the lodge areas or different like traveling locations, so just a few options as you're looking around for trees to use in your hunts. Number 2 on the list, I thought it would be cool to go into like kind of the mechanics of how these tree stands work. You can't expect it to work on every single tree. The Hunter has a lot of different trees and they can't just make it work on every single one of them. But what they are doing here, and I made a little PNG here to kind of describe it to you. Right now they have a bunch of trees in every reserve that don't allow tree stands, but what they are doing is now taking out trees or either adding in trees, which leads to strategic locations, which then have this little segment that you can put these tree stands on. And this is big for us because then we can use it. But just wanted to put that out there because you're certainly going to be running around and seeing trees where you wish you could put a tree stand on it, but you can't. And you may be wondering why that is. And it's just because it's an older tree and it won't work with their new tree stand, I guess, mechanic, I suppose. Now, I do foresee this being something where they are going to be adding more trees in the future. I know that I went in sections of the map where there were no trees at all, where I could put tree stands on, and I'm thinking that with further updates, they're certainly going to be adding more locations for you to put tree stands in. We'll just have to wait and see. For number 3 on the list, I just wanted to give a nod to one of the developers on the team. Whoever placed these trees for the tree stands, albeit this isn't a great example, did a pretty good job thinking about strategic placing for these tree stands and the trees, so that you have a pretty good look at some sort of piece of land that's a decent crossing area for animals. So, you know, like I said, this is something where they must have put a little bit of time into thinking where they should go, and I expect there to be more in the future. Quick one for number 4 here. The price of the stands are 16,000 a piece, plus a tent. You're looking at 32,000 per location, depending upon how many stands you have. Now, you will get free stands with the purchase, just like the tent DLC, but everything after that will have to be added. And at 32 stands per stand per map, that's a lot of stands. So save up, people. Lastly, the setup of these tree stands is not as loud as I thought it would be. When I watched the stream, they kind of made it out like you had to set these up and set up a tent and come back later when everything had calmed down, but really, I was running around with the tree stand and the tripod, and anytime I saw something in front of me, I just kind of set it up real quick and got into it, and the animals really just couldn't care less. Like, they just kind of kept walking. As you can see here, this bear is literally just walking right by me. And another thing to look at is that in a lot of situations, your visual meter is going to be second from not visible at all. So there are going to be a lot of animals who walk by within 30 yards and see you and then run away. This happened quite a bit. I don't know really what happened here, if I was just up in the branches or something like this. Maybe this is something you have to be a little strategic when you're placing your tree stand up in the trees, to try to get yourself in some branches or something like that. But certainly something that's cool, and you can get really close to these animals and just kind of enjoy them walking around. I certainly got into some good locations like this one where I had the bear and then I had some rabbits, and they didn't really notice me until they were just downwind as that bear just saw me and ran off. And you're just setting yourself up for some good shots. So it's pretty cool to be up real high, and I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to this coming out as much as I am. But that wraps it up for me here at BZ Hub. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe as always. It really helps put my videos out there for more people to see, and I enjoy all of you talking. Please comment down below. Tell me what you're thinking about these tree stands. I love talking with all of you. It's really something I look forward to every single day. As far as my whole moving thing, I'm in my temporary location now. I tweeted that out on my Twitter. I'll put that Twitter down here, and then follow me there. Follow me on Facebook as well. I put out when my videos are coming out, at least half an hour, 15 minutes before they actually come out, so you'll be able to know before everyone else. Big deal to some people. Thank you all for watching. As always, everyone, keep hunting. Never stop.